Yes.
There it is. We're live.
Ooh, we're live. Aloha, everyone out there.
Hey,
Ooh,
all.
he steals my thunder on my first show.
Oh, I thought you said something to them.
Hi, everybody. I'm glad that you guys came over from Cross Comics. And yes, we are here. We have the great John Dillard in the house. We have the great Rick Piper, and you got me, Skunk Girl, aficionado. Oh boy. And we saw the chat was chatting up a storm before we even got on here. Cool.
Yeah.
What were they saying?
They were saying Pope Raven was saying, "Hail Raven." Pope Raven also say, "Boo, Skunk Girl." Boo, Raven.
Ooh.
Ooh, Mighty Geek Studios. How dare you? Thank you, Mighty Geek, for standing up for Skunk Girl. KG, Skunk Girl is awesome. Thank you, KG. Pope Raven said, "No, she's not." KG said, "You're just jealous of her." Pope
It
Raven,
sounds
I'm.
like Pope Raven is not a fan of Skunk Girl.
I know. What's wrong, Pope Raven? Why
She must
such a
have. She must have good sense.
such a hater? Okay. And Mighty Geek said, "Sounds like Raven is jealous." KG said, "Yup. Raven only wishes to be awesome, as awesome as Skunk Girl." Pope Raven, ha 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 ha. Lots of laughs. Laugh out loud. Okay, Pope Raven. Raven is greater than Squirrel Girl. I'm not going to read the rest. KG said, "Raven plus Squirrel Girl is less than Skunk Girl." Thank you, KG. Bob the Pope, yo. Yep. Bob says hi. The Unbreathable Skunk Girl says aloha. Aloha, Skunk Girl.
Am
Hey,
I
looks
not subscribed to your YouTube, Manny?
me. I guess not. How dare you?
What is your YouTube called?
Good Dog Press.
Good Dog Press.
Let me see.
Yeah. And KG said, woo! Hey, Manny. Pope Rogue in the house. Hello, mates. Pope Rogue, do you want a wrench? Skunk Girl, do you want a wrench? Bob the Popio said, make me a moderator.
He wants a wrench.
I know he does. Mighty Geek Studios. Aloha, Skunk Girl. Aloha to you too, Mighty Geek. Chad Middleton says, hello, Manny. Pope Rogue, make sure son a moderator. Pope Raven. Hi, Pope Rogue. Oh, they're actually nice to each other tonight. And the Unbreathable Skunk Girl made an emoji, which I don't know. I don't understand that emoji. I'm bad at
Me neither.
emojis. What does that
Same here.
emoji mean, people? Explain it
So
to
I
me.
guess, I guess she wants you to make her a
Oh,
moderator.
the, I mean, the emoji is so small on my screen. I think it's giving a thumbs up. Ooh, what is that? What's going on there? Um,
I'm
Okay, so
blowing.
how many
blowing a
people do you
kiss.
think we're going to be able to contribute to this comic book?
I say for now, it's the Fantastic Four
So just four then.
for sure. Unless somebody
Yes,
comes.
Rachel, can I help you?
We got the Diet Coke if you want one.
Yes.
Okay.
Please and thank you.
I was wondering who Rachel was in the other chat, and now I know. Hello,
And
Rachel.
Rachel, my sister, and my cousin Ray Escarcega are both here
Oh, cool.
at my house.
Awesome.
Bob's wondering why you got 9 circles, John.
I have 6 circles because Bob is drunk. That's why he sees 9 circles.
Bob's all, Bob's drunk. There's a problem. He's only 15. And
Bob,
everybody, hit that thumbs up button. Let's give Manny a lot of love for his first live
yes.
stream.
This is an inaugural thing
I
here,
don't know.
people. Oh, man, Dillard.
I mean, I just subscribed to his channel. Didn't even get a thank you.
Thank you. It didn't come up on my screen that you subscribed to my channel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, some people it doesn't. Some
But
people
the,
it does, some people it doesn't.
Well, you have 44 subscribers now, thanks to me.
oh, thank you. It did go up today. Thank you. Yes. Thank you to all the subscribers.
So
who
I
get-
have. I'm sorry, I stepped all over your toes
Oh
there.
no,
Go ahead.
no, step on it, step on it. I gotta give a wrench out. How do you give a wrench out?
Click on the three dots next to their name.
Thank you very much, Rachel Ann. Say hi.
Hello.
Hi, Rachel.
Hello.
Sorry.
Stop slamming my damn door.
Well, you got the. I'm not sure whether you could do that in. You might have to bring up. The chat in Google Chrome.
I think we'll just go moderator less today.
Yeah, you got to open up a chat on a new page, and then you have to the three buttons that are next to the chat. You just click on those three buttons. Don't right click it, just regular click it, and then at the bottom it should say Add Moderator.
Okay, I'll do that another day.
Yeah, you don't got a lot of don't got a lot of people in here, and
because I don't need people being timed out for no reason, Mr. Pope Rogue. That power kind of went to his head the last time on John Dillard's channel.
I know. And so what I did was I went ahead and doxed his picture out to everybody to see.
You doxed
oh, we
his
got
picture?
Tank. We have Tank in the house now.
Hey
Tank.
guys.
Hey Tank, how you doing?
Hello, hello.
Yeah,
What
thank
a
you
nice,
for being
wonderful ship you have here. She seems worthy.
awesome.
All right, Tank.
Yes.
Question: How many? Because I'm drawing some circles here because I'm going to do the icons for our characters when it says
Yes.
featuring. Now, how many people do you think would be contributing to this comic book?
That's a good question. I was just talking to one of my co-developers, and we briefly touched on the subject because he's my right-hand man. I've got two extra hands in this, in my endeavors, and he actually had some interesting questions, and I would love to bring him on. I warned him. I said, dude, I'm just going to drag you on the show sometime. Because dude's like, he is wicked smart. But that's a good question. Like, how many pages are we looking for? Or what are we looking for? Is it like, he brought up Shonen Jump. And Shonen Jump is...
I mean, the only way I know Shonen
Number one
Jump
selling.
is from the Naruto TV show that says Shonen Jump's Naruto.
Right. It's the number one selling comic in the world.
Oh.
And what it is, it's this little paperback. Right. So it's about the size of a large paperback book. And it's just got this wild variety on the inside. Where we got Bleach, One Piece, Naruto, a whole bunch of other hit anime have come out of there. There's a bunch of stuff that's also quite forgettable. No insult to the creators or anything of the sort, just speaking from a strictly professional marketing standpoint, that Hollywood hard nose, as I'd like to say. It's the news you never want to hear. But he brought up Shonen Jump and its publishing numbers, and I was like, well, that's something to discuss. I love the cover idea with the little circles, with the guy, with the people that are in there, and whatnot. So that is a good question. How many people are going to be involved? We're going to have to test the waters. Then we have to see.
Maybe
for the first issue, see who has stuff done.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the type of content. Might depend on the content for the content we want for the first issue. Maybe the first issue it's just us four. Then we can start bringing in other people. Because it's our idea and the genre and all that. What we want to. Are we going to have mixed genres or just one type of genre? Or
and he did bring that up as well. He brought up single genre or theme versus potpourri. Anything goes. And he pointed, and he's not a manga. He doesn't actually particularly care for manga all that much. He's just a nerd who knows numbers. No, that's underplaying him. But anyway, and Shonen Jump is a free for all. You'll find horror stories, superhero, action, fantasy, paranormal, high seas, crazy antics with One Piece. I think also Hunter x Hunters maybe come out of Shonen Jump. I think that's a Shonen Jump property.
Yeah. Bob is asking us whether we know what waifu is. I've heard the name, heard of the thing, but I'm not sure what it is. Waifu or whatever.
We talked about this the other night.
And Bob suggested for it different stories but share the same theme. For the
all right, so
Tales
yeah, that's what
Beyond
we
the
should do.
Gate.
We should survey the audience. We should do an actual like market survey. Maybe put a straw poll up for a couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
With if you can include a picture, I would throw up the concept for the cover. Or if you really want it to be raw, no lead, not much of a lead in other than what would you rather enjoy reading, and then leave out options that we've narrowed down. Not leave them out, but put them out. Be good English. You speak well. You turn.
Is somebody making a highball out there?
That's that would be Rick.
Making a mixed drink?
Yeah, he's on your channel. He thinks he can do whatever he wants.
Wow. Ooh, the real Rick is going to come out tonight. He's going to start drinking.
So I have like Bubba Sparks playing in my head every time I see your screen, Manny.
Bubba Sparks?
Yeah.
You must enlighten me.
Booty, rocking everywhere. Booty,
Oh,
rocking everywhere.
okay.
Rocking everywhere. Rocking everywhere. I found you.
Miss New Booty.
That's right. Get it together. Bring it back to me on the dance floor with the record playing.
Ooh, sounds good. Don't want a copyright strike.
I don't think we sounded close enough to make it a copyright strike.
No.
No, right now you'd only get monetized by somebody else. Or
Oh,
for somebody else. But still, why even have that?
awesome.
Here's my quick idea. I'll share again for Beyond the Gate. If I can get my stuff straight. My quick idea. Not sure whether you can see that. Can anybody see that?
I can see that.
Okay. Just because it wasn't coming up. And oh yeah, Manny, the other thing you can do, if you take your cursor and go over somebody's name, you can click a white box to get it to show them.
Okay.
And then all you have to do is click them again to get the white box off of them.
Oh,
And
so
also everybody has a little down arrow. If you click that, it gives you some choices to choose from for them too.
Oh, okay.
Like present to everybody. Stop presenting. Okay, what else we got here in the chat? When I used to read Showman Jump, I only was interested in a few stories, not the whole thing. Mighty Geek said, "Waifu is an anime female you would like to marry." Okay. Bob is an individual can have a harem of waifus, but there can only be one best waifu. Adrian is you guys. Adrian would like a link sent to him. Blah, Manny. Actually, you know what?
Sure, send him one. You have his link.
Yeah, but I can't get the links in here. If you put the in the group chat here for just us, if you put the link in there, I can grab it and send it to him.
Well, I can send him.
Okay.
I'll send him Facebook.
No, he was talking to me, Adrian, about that. I had the link. He thought I could get the link to send it to you.
Well, I figured you would have because you had to use it to get in here.
No. Oh yeah, I do. But I closed it.
You closed it?
Yeah. Not that I couldn't get it easy.
Okay. I'll go give it to him.
You got him in Twitter, right? So probably send it to him in Twitter.
Yeah. That's what I'll do right now.
Adrian, he's gonna send it to you. He's gonna DM you in Twitter. Bob is asking John if he's 93.
Close, yeah.
Raven is Pope Raven says Raven is the best waifu. Adrian sent. I sent a message in Messenger group with my Gmail Hangout.
So John, in our group chat on Twitter, I put a reference sheet for the representation for my storyteller. The character reference sheet for him. His name is Catwalk. He's a plot device. He's a guy. When I was a teenager, he was a popular comic character of mine, and then I retired him because he just got too out of control. It's like everything else in the '90s. So now he just jumps between dimensions and tells stories.
Oh yeah, he got that '90s ponytail going on.
Yeah, no, he can only talk to us through comics because that's as far into our dimension as he can reach us. But he is actually talking to us, the audience.
Cool. Bob meant, or I didn't read it right. John is at 93 subs. Yes, we know he's at 93 subs. 7 away. And hello, flower lover cat. Good to see you in this chat. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Not that we're all doing much except for talking at the moment.
Okay, so what I'm going to try to do real quick is I'm going to try to shoot this link out because my cousin Ray has the darndest time trying to get on my live chats. So I'm going to shoot this link out to him, and right now he has my wife helping him, who is a tech guru. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can shoot out to him. If he pops on, you can boot him right away, but I just want to get him on to see if it works.
Okay.
Adrian should have had the link.
Yeah. Well, those are a little further back that you're looking. Yeah. Adrian, let us know in the chat that you've got it or not. If you're having any problems.
Yeah, he's in our group. He knows where to go find it. Our little secret hideout.
You sent it there, not Twitter? Because I told him Twitter.
No. Remember where you got it from?
Yeah.
Well, I DM'd you.
I'll bring it.
All right. So I guess people came to see me color Skunk Girl tonight.
I know I did, and I want to see it finished too.
Okay.
Mighty Geek would like a thing. I don't think he has Mighty Geek's.
Mighty Geek, maybe another time, but not tonight. Tonight is just
Bob the Popio wants a link.
Everybody wants a link. Not tonight. It's the first night. I gotta figure this stuff out.
Yeah.
I'm an amateur at this. I'm not like Rick, who's a professional.
I'm not even close to professional, but
Well, you and John are professionals compared to me,
That's true.
but not in the artwork.
Well, that's what I was talking. I wasn't talking about computers.
A Adrian, if you see the link above where you've first typed recently in Facebook, hit that link. That should bring you in. Oh, either the times that you there.
Right. So are we caught up on the chat?
Yeah, I was saying it only takes them to the App Store. Okay, Manny, copy it again and paste it.
I did.
Okay.
If it's taking him to the App Store, it probably means he needs that Hangouts installed or something.
Yeah, you might need Hangouts installed. Or there's two of them there that Manny's put there. One for me earlier. Try both of them.
Aha.
Okay.
There.
So
KG is an art critic.
KG is an art critic.
Yeah, he's telling me her heel is split. No, her heel is not split. Sorry about that, KG. It's I went too much with the color. Okay, heel is fixed.
Are you on Twitter, Adrian?
Well, he'll figure it out.
I copied it from thing. I'll try and get him in.
He'll figure it out. Okay, let's go through the chat. You know, chat wants me to read their stuff. Okay, KG, Mighty Geek wants an invite. Okay, we already answered that. Adrian, not gonna read that. Not gonna read that. No, I just App Store. Chad Middleton, Manny, does Skunk Girl use gas like Scarecrow? Close, but no cigar. If you have seen the video that I have, it kind of tells you what she does with her gas. There is a video out there. Go look it on my YouTube channel. It's called.
They're already on your YouTube channel.
I mean, yeah. After this, go look at the videos, and you'll see the Skunk Girl. The second video, it does show you her using her power. Yes. And all right, Manny, KG said, and we're caught up with the chat. Thank you, chat. So I see a lot of guys that came over from Cross Comics. I thank you for coming over. And it's great that Cross Comics and John and Tank has come over here to help me celebrate my first show.
Isn't it?
That's awesome.
I'm very glad you have a channel now.
Yes.
It works.
Well, I was this chicken beep to not try it last week. But Mr. Cross Comics over there kept on telling me, do a channel. And I'm
or
here.
do a live stream.
Yeah,
you got the channel.
Yeah, I got this channel, just never went live. Well, I didn't have anything last week. I mean, I had to make sure that I had some really good stuff to show. And I hope everybody likes the shot that they're getting right now.
Yeah, well, Manny's been grabbing the link right from in the Google Hangouts and sent it to you, Adrian.
You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me.
So, Rick, if I send you these pictures, would you be able to color them?
Yeah, I should be able to.
And I don't want anybody to get offended, but I want to do very comical versions of them, exaggerated, like the Tales from the Crypt style.
Yeah, that's no problem for me.
So you're actually going to want to see what we look like Or you?
I know what you look like already.
How the hell you know what I look like?
I looked you up.
You've been stalking me, and
Oh, my wife does.
I hope you don't have my Santa Claus look,
May or may not.
because I do not look
Okay.
like that anymore. You know, $8 bottle of hair color does wonders.
Adrian, are we? Have I got you on my friends on Facebook? Let's see.
Oh, Adrian. I got one dimple. Does everybody else have one dimple, or am I the only one with one dimple?
I have no dimples.
Okay, Adrian, I just added you as a friend on Facebook. And I'm gonna try and send you a message. It's
Really?
the
You only
link
have
one.
dimples?
So are you guys? You guys are
Okay.
followers of
just-
my wife on Twitter, right? John Tank.
Comic book mom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think so.
So she doxed Pope Rogue last night.
Yeah, with the two pictures.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you doing? You just doxed Pope Rogue. So if anybody
Yes,
wants,
and by
oh, man.
doxing Pope Rogue, they dox you because
I know
half
it's,
the 3/4 of the community knows who he is.
it's like, oh great, there's Pope Rogue on Twitter. Okay, thank you. That was not me. I did not dox my own son. Oh man.
We got 15 watching.
Yeah.
Anybody's watching who is not subscribed to Tank Ferret, go subscribe to him, or Don Dillard, Gaming the System, go subscribe to him, or me, Cross Comics. All the links for our channels are in the description. So just click them and make sure they come up in another channel and subscribe to us.
And please subscribe to Good Dog Press also.
Yes. If you're not already subscribed, subscribe. I'm assuming that they were subscribed to yes.
Oh, you can never
They're
assume.
here.
There are people jumping in and out of this channel. So
Yeah.
you see how I described this channel tonight, Rick?
No.
See my title for this drawing that we're doing?
I know. Yes and no. Let's see.
I mean, that's what you call.
Skunk Girl SJWs and topless men.
That's what you call clickbait there, Rick. Come on.
Yeah.
But it's, I mean.
And that's the sort of stuff that you'd put in the tag spot stuff right below the description.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Oh wow, we got 18 watching. Cool.
Awesome. Thank you.
But
Thank
then again, I think Bob's in here a couple times. There's a couple different people.
We'll take it. We'll take all the watchers as we can.
I should do something here.
Okay. So we got flats going on my screen if people are wondering what I'm doing. This is the boring part of coloring something.
Thrilling, exciting.
Yeah, flats. So thrilling to see flats.
There are people out there that do not even know what flats are.
So what flats are, I mean, you look at my screen, you'll notice I have my inks, and what I'm doing is these flats. So I took the inks away, and that's what's under the inks. So what I'll do is make these flats, and then I'll make them more lively very soon. But this is what you got to do. It's the boring stuff. And what are you working on tonight, John?
I am working on the icons that we are going to use for our Tales from Beyond the Gate comic book.
Well, that looks like one for you.
Yes, this is me.
If you make me look like Dark Santana, which I can look like, people. Obviously, John have seen the pictures, and you can attest to that. I can look like that, or right now I look more like
You look like dark Cheech Marin.
with a name like Manuel. What you expect?
Maybe Adrian, maybe you need to upgrade it. Maybe you need to do some sort of upgrading to the the Hangouts, especially if it's on a tablet or something.
We'll be on tomorrow night, and well, actually, no, I won't be on tomorrow night. I have a secret date tomorrow night.
It's not so secret.
You don't know where I'm going.
Yes, but we know about it. So,
Yeah.
so that's not a
Well,
secret.
I'm going out with Skunk Girl tomorrow. That's why.
Well,
But
don't tell your wife that. She watches
You're
this live stream.
Stealing my comments, jeez. I was just about to say that. Are you two-timing your wife with Skunk Girl?
I think I think my wife is okay with me being with Skunk Girl.
Oh, you guys have a
Yeah, you Gen Xers or something else. Isn't that what you guys used to say? Well, it's the 90s.
And I do not want to keep you out of the conversation. Tank, what are you working on tonight? Go around the room. Spread the cheddar.
Tank is being super duper quiet.
Tank, are you with us, Tank? Have we lost you? Man down, man down. Where's Tank? Okay, maybe Tank has gone away for a while. Cross, tell us what you're doing.
I am coloring it, trying to make some fire in Ghost Rider's hair or whatever you want to call it.
You can be a little bit more enthusiastic, please.
Well, I'm not sure how well it's going, so that's why I'm not so super enthusiastic about it.
Come on, man. You're drawing Ghost Rider. You should be happy about that.
Ghost Rider.
Ooh, hear that? That is awesome.
Yeah, Ghost Rider is actually one of those characters that gets the young boys' butts into the shop. Because everybody thinks that Ghost Rider is just the baddest man in all the land. You just look at his picture and you want to know what's going on.
Yep.
Like I know Ghost Rider, and I believe no, I don't remember what the exact issue it was, but the front cover he had somebody just like gripped really hard by his jacket and shirt and had him lifted up in the air with one hand. He was like screaming at him in his face as he was giving him the penitence there. I was like,
Cool.
damn, I gotta find out what's in this comic book. And then almost because it's really hard to draw Ghost Rider lame because his character just lends itself to looking badass in every pose.
How much more badass can you get? A flaming skull. I mean, there's nothing more cool than that.
Like just drawing Ghost Rider in general is a home run every time.
Exactly. I mean, the only other character I can think is a home run every time is Vampirella.
Yeah. Here we go.
I guess that's gonna be.
Tank is quiet.
He's probably out of the room or something.
Well, he could be moving. Got to remember, he's moving also right now. And yes, Skunk Girl does have green eyes.
Ew.
Oh, I think we got Pope Fire in the Pope Fire's in the room. Hey, Pope Fire!
Fire's in the room. Wow, cool. Hi, Pope Fire.
That Pope is on fire.
We got 3 popes in the room. The Council of Popes has arrived.
No, you have 4. You have Bob the Pope Yo.
Oh, yeah, 4.
And also Pope Dillard gaming the system.
Oh, Tank Ferret saying his mic went out.
Oh.
Well, bring it back inside.
It's cold outside there.
Hello, Zach Hawkins. I'm listening at work. Hope all of you are having a good night. Yes, we are.
Manny's having a great night.
Manny's having a fantastic night with his first ever live stream.
Yay!
And we are here on the inaugural night.
So how does it feel to be the man, Manny?
Oh, I am only as good a man as you guys make me. Thank you.
To beat the man, you gotta beat the man, which means you gotta get more subscribers than Cross.
I'm getting there. I'm a newbie. I'm getting there.
You're talking about your channel's already been live for like 25 minutes. If you haven't succeeded by now, just give it up.
I did like our banter yesterday on that fan edition.
Oh God, that fan edition. I don't want to talk trash, but I will. I mean, that fan edition was awful.
It was so boring. I was like, what the hell is wrong with these people?
Like nobody was talking trash except for that old geezer guy, and he was just being confrontational. He wasn't actually talking trash.
Right. It's like you and I were the best trash talkers in that darn thing.
Yeah, well, it didn't help me not talking trash, so I'll start talking trash next week when I'm on.
That's what you say every week, and you never do.
I don't even think that Cross went to go look at what I was talking trash about him.
I wasn't paying.
I was talking hella trash on everybody though.
Oh yeah. And,
hey,
I mean, Cross, you opened yourself up when you said you're done. I was like, Cross, you don't say that with an hour left to go.
Yeah.
I was like, Cross, you need the time. Get drawing. Start all over.
Probably could have and had another drawing too.
You probably could have, but you shouldn't. You should just take more time on your one drawing.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to next week. Hey, Brandon.
All right, should my name on here be John, or should it be Dillard, or should it be GTS?
GTS sounds cool.
Gaming the Dillard.
Nobody games as Dillard. The Dillard does all the gaming.
Dillard Gaming?
Oh man, pain in the neck. All right. Rocio. You know this person, John? Rocio Rocks.
Oh, Rocio Rocks. Yes, I know that person.
Rocio Rocks says Dillard. KG says, see ya, Tank. Pope Raven says, at least they drew better faces than John. Oh.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, Adrian. Oh, Adrian's actually got something to talk about.
And we got to hear Adrian's voice for the first time. Ooh,
yeah.
That is cool.
Well, if you guys
not
need
the first time.
if you guys go to Needle Mover Society, you can hear my voice. I go on there every now and then.
Cool.
Also, I hang out in Stars Discord or Pope Fire's Discord.
Oh, cool.
So what were you guys talking about? Like a art, like an anthology book or something? Because I just got in.
Oh, we're talking about doing a Strange Tales type thing, but cross comic skate people,
Oh, nice, nice.
more the up and comers.
Yeah, I'd be interested in joining on that.
Well, I'm gonna need a picture of your face because right now I'm doing our little icons for. You remember the old EC comics with the Tales from the Crypt?
Yeah.
And on the side, it would say featuring the Crypt Keeper, the old witch. So we're gonna do like featuring, and it's gonna be like Dillard, Manny, Tank, Rick, or whatever. And we're gonna throw
this
the
is
little icon.
this is an alias. This is an alias, so
So you don't want to use your actual face?
No, dude, no.
Like, I don't think anybody's gonna look at this here and say, "Well, that's what John actually looks like."
Yeah, maybe not, but I'm very anonymous when it comes to this stuff for various reasons. For various reasons.
Ooh, a man of mystery.
Yeah.
Well, throw me a bone. What is your ethnicity?
I'm white.
Okay, I just throw some random white guys. Throw some rando whitey.
You could just
I gotta give me a description. I'll do a police sketch.
just draw a Steve Ditko lookalike.
Oh, now I gotta look up who Steve Ditko is.
Is he bald with glasses?
Well, I'm not bald.
There's like no pictures of Steve Ditko.
I'm not bald, but I have glasses, and I'm skinny like he is. So, and at certain times, I either have a goatee or I don't have a goatee. So just
you said a bald Steve Ditko?
No, I'm not bald.
That's just pretty much, yeah. A bald Steve Ditko is pretty much Vox Day, so I don't know.
No, I have short black hair and glasses. And just draw Doctor Strange, skinnier version.
Skinnier version of Doctor Strange. How the hell do you do that?
I even got the white hair on the side too.
Oh, cool. I
started graying at a young age.
Oh, tell me about it.
All the stress in life.
I was totally gray by the time I was 28 years old.
No, but I'm actually working. Like, how many pages are you guys wanting this book to be? Like each story.
Like probably somewhere in the neighborhood of. I think Tank's talking about doing it quarterly, so probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like 75 to 80.
Okay.
So if we get like maybe 6 people, we do like 11, 12-page stories.
Yeah. Like the old days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I've been trying to get some people. I might know another guy.
Yeah. And we're calling it Tales Beyond the Gate.
Tales from Beyond the Gate.
Okay, Tales from Beyond the Gate.
That's great. I love it. We've here in like various circles that I've rolled around in, we've been talking about the idea that the Comicsgate people should be doing anthology books for a while. So
yeah.
There's a guy in the DNC group that I'm in. His name's not his name's Cassidy Blonde, I think, in there. But me and him have been working on some stuff together, actually.
All right, so how does this look? Is this pretty much you right here?
Yeah, that's good enough.
Okay.
He looks older than me.
Manny.
I look actually pretty young.
Chad's wondering if Skunk Girl has a skunk mobile car.
Yes, she does. And I am working on the details on that.
Does it run on ethanol?
Good question. Maybe.
So the idea I've been floating around in my head, I wanted to actually get a 5-page story done before Halloween, but there's no way it's going to happen. I've been having this idea of doing a giant robot story, but with the two main characters would be a Dr. Frankenstein type guy and the monster is actually the mech or the giant robot. I shouldn't say mech because that's two different things. And it would be taking place in this like world, like this planet, where it's kind of like a cross between Victorian time periods, like Hammer film type time period, and sci-fi. And
steampunk story.
one of the bad guys would be Daughter Dracula. So I've been kind of developing that here the last week or so. I came up with that idea. I just thought it'd be kind of cool to have a giant robot story, though.
Yeah.
With a twist. Like, I'm a big fan of the old. I like mech shows, but I'm a big fan of the old giant robot shows from Japan.
I've actually never seen a robot show.
One of the best ones you can watch is Mazinger Z.
You said Rezinger?
No,
Mazinger.
Mazinger Z. Or a new version of Meisen Kaiser's Skull is really good too. But it makes no sense. Yeah, you're totally making me older in that drawing, but I'm fine with that.
Don't want to show your face. You got to be satisfied.
Oh, I don't care. In reality, I look a lot younger than I am.
I'm just teasing, anyways.
Yeah. Well, pretty much like I just go with the Mr. Miracle look online. Under this account, anyways. I have a real life account, but there's like 3 people from Comicsgate that know what my real life account is. Pope Fire is one of them. Booster would be another one. They're probably my longest running friends from Comicsgate.
Cool.
Did you know them from before Comicsgate or?
No, I met them. So what happened was, I was looking for like more conservative people that were into comics because all my comic communities were very. I got kicked out of a few. They were pretty volatile to be involved in. They were getting pretty bad. And I met Will Callaghan from Alpha Dog Studios. And he was like, "Oh, I got a group for you." And he sent me to the official DNC group. And from there, I kind of befriended the mods, and they started a Discord up. And I went to the Discord and started talking to quite a few of the mods. And Pope Fire was one of them. And Booster was another guy. And we just kind of like started talking almost every night in Discord. I think we gathered about 10 or 15 people almost nightly talking in Discord. And then Pope Fire had the idea to do like Saturday Discord discussions and record them and throw them up in the group. So we started doing like topical discussions on Saturday nights and throwing them up into the DNC groups like page. And then she ended up taking over as mod for Lone Star for a while and created a Lone Star discussion group up in Discord. And a bunch of us pretty much crossed over to there. But that's become her personal Discord now. So the DNC Discord's pretty dead for the most part because most of the people went over to hers. But
what is a
I think this
Discord?
Saturday it's like this program they use for gaming to like chat while gaming.
Okay.
I never had used it till this point, but yeah, I mean, like I could send you the link sometime if you want it, but it's another program, like app type deal.
Yeah, we got it recently with the drawn and quartered. At least I did.
Yeah. We got thrown up on there and drawn and quartered. Pixel set that up, but yeah, I haven't been too involved in the Discord lately, just because I've been on vacation and stuff. I guess Saturday we're gonna have another discussion program. Pope Fire set up another discussion program talking about if I think the topic she said was something along the lines of did Watchmen hurt comics or did it help comics or something like that? Yeah, I'll go with that. That's a good.
Yeah, that would depend on what kind of comics you're into.
Well, in a way, I think it changed comics because everybody started wanting to deconstruct comics around that time. But yeah, it should be a pretty interesting discussion because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to have different views on it.
Well, when Watchmen came out, you had a group of people that wanted to read Watchmen and they read Watchmen. It wasn't like it was a big crossover. I mean, people that were just reading regular superhero comic books did not go over to Watchmen.
Right.
It came bigger as the years went by. But when it first came out, it wasn't like, it really, I don't think it was a big impact at the time. But over time, I think it made more of an impact.
I think you're correct in that matter. It's also like it's Alan Moore's deconstruction of the superhero pretty much, right? And it seemed like after, not at the time, but it from my research, because I didn't read it at the time, I read it like later.
Yeah.
But
I mean, the book
after the fact that it happened, it seemed like more people took influence from it and wanted to do their own deconstructed story of superhero.
But the book that really made an impact right off the bat was Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that.
That just screwed up the whole comic book industry. I mean, everything went dark right after that, immediately. It wasn't like a gradual change. It really made it. It was a great book.
That wasn't the fault of Miller.
Yeah, I mean,
Miller got Batman, and everybody, all superheroes are not Batman.
Yeah, well, I got to say, I'm not a big Daredevil fan, but all the Daredevil I like has been Miller's Daredevil.
Oh yeah, I mean, Miller's Daredevil, we can't beat it.
Right. I'm actually in the Discord. We actually do a monthly comic book reading, and our first one was Miller's Daredevil run, the Elektra Saga, and then we did 2 volumes of Teen Titans. And this month we're doing Swamp Thing, Swamp Thing, Alan Moore's Swamp Thing.
Yeah, the first Daredevil I got to read from Frank Miller was the Daredevil going up against the Hulk. I was like, how the hell is Daredevil going to beat the Hulk? This is just crazy. It was a great issue. I mean, the artwork was fantastic. It was awesome.
Yeah, me and this guy, we call Grandpa Mike on the stream because he's a lot older guy. He's been involved in comics and the comic industry for years. I think he was like a dealer. Me and him run the comic book club, and he was saying how prior to Miller picking up Daredevil, how it was like a failed book pretty much, and it was tanking, and Miller basically said, give me Daredevil and I'll save it pretty much. And he said it changed the entire look and feel of Daredevil because they took it from like kind of a lame superhero comic into a kind of crime noir comic. And he said, you know, pretty much whatever you see in the media as Daredevil is Frank Miller's Daredevil, which I see that now that I've read it. So it's pretty cool. But I've been into comics since I was like 12 years old.
Cool.
Back in the 90s, I was an Image boy.
Cool. You're up to 45 subscribers, Manny.
Awesome. I picked up 2 tonight. This in this stream. Thank you, chat. Cool.
And I think I'm going to hit the hay myself.
Well, yes, it's very late for me.
Yes, it's
I'll probably be heading to bed here soon.
10 to 2 for me. I would like to be up to be in John's stream later on this morning. So that's it. Like, coming. You're welcome. Hopefully, we will be on more. I will be on more.
Yes, sir.
Well,
you guys need to pick nights. You need to pick nights where you're doing it.
Well, he goes to bed like about this time, and this would be a perfect time for me to come on.
Yeah, technically, I'm probably going to be going to bed sometime here pretty soon too.
All right, so is that Adrian right there?
It's good enough.
I think this is probably a little bit too close to what he looks like.
Yeah. It's a little too old, but
Doug Tanaple with a haircut.
That's Tanaple. Not punk enough.
I mean, Manny, I know that we're like trying to like not censor ourselves, but you can't just go around saying all white people look the same.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's funny. No, but so when are you guys wanting to try to get this work done by?
We're not. I don't think we've got an idea yet. We're just in the beginning stages of discussing it. So
sounds cool.
We just we're able to get together tonight to actually come up with a name.
The guy I've been collaborating with, he's been talking about the idea of anthology books for a while in the DNC group. But nobody's really bid, so he might be interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll find out and see if he has anything cooking right now. Because we really want to just get probably somewhere in the neighborhood between 8 and 12-page stories.
Yeah, okay.
And I know if I get a script for an 8 or 12-page story, I can have it done in about 14, 15 days. The black and white, inked.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm ready to go on this right now. I have somebody that wants to give me a story, but I kind of want to just write my own story.
Yeah, I hear you. I
don't want to draw
I've been drawing comics since I was like a kid, but like I'm still feel like I got a lot to learn, so something like that would be a good run, test run. I mean, when I was a kid, I used to sell comics to people in school. I would draw my own comics and sell them for like $0.25.
Cool.
Yeah, I got busted in school for drawing comics that were risque girls and stuff.
Yeah, I did that too in high school.
What was that? That was Van Buren Elementary School, and I was in 2nd grade. And I had to get picked up by my parents.
When I was in high school, I got in trouble for drawing a comic strip about our vice principal. He was like this really skinny guy we called Skeletor. So I made him like a skeleton in the comic. And the whole comic was basically just him getting like tortured pretty much, but not like tortured by people, but like one of the comics, he went to a Korn concert because Korn was really popular. And he got like stomped in the mosh pit and stuff. And I just had like crazy stuff like that going on all the time. But I got in trouble for it, so I had to quit.
Okay, so I am out of here. People that have yet to subscribe to me, please go subscribe. My link's in the thing description. Cross Comics.
And what's your
Oh,
Twitter
you're gonna
handle?
miss it. You're gonna miss it, Rick. I'm about to draw you right now. It's gonna be great.
Oh, maybe I can stay for that.
You can stay for that, Rick. We need some commentary for you, Rick. Come on, you're too quiet.
Well, letting Adrian talk. Nobody's been able to hear his voice much over the last few weeks.
Well, that's not our fault. That's his fault. He was the one who wanted to have a good
exactly.
time on vacation.
No, he hasn't been able to have a mic on his computer or whatever, or phone.
I'm on
or
my
whatever.
phone. I'm on my phone.
Or he'd have to take up two places, one to video.
I'd have to take
one
up two spots. That's probably what I'm
Well, it's
going to
not
do on
exactly like we're
Wednesday.
cramped for space over here.
That's probably what I'm going to do on Wednesday night when I have to do drawn and quartered.
So whose channel is the drawn and quartered on this next coming up week?
I don't know if it's been announced yet.
Well, I'll pump for you, Manny, when I'm on.
No, I don't want to be on.
No, I just mean for, you should actually be on soon again, just so it can be on your channel.
No, I want it to be, I want to go back on when you have all the champions. So they have a champion round.
Yeah, but they're probably going to do that on Pixel's channel or Chester's. So I'd suggest before then get on again, just to have it on your channel to build up your subscriber base.
True that.
True that. Hey, Rachel Ann, if you're listening, I need a refill on my drink and a cigarette.
That's awesome.
I like your pin up there, Manny.
Thank you.
Good
this
shot.
is the fun and boring part of coloring. Just taking your time and just making sure it comes out right.
Yeah.
Mighty Geek says nice colors on Skunk Girl.
Thank you.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, it's not the most exciting thing to watch, but that's how it goes, people.
Yeah, I'm not a big colorer.
I agree. This is very unexciting. Probably just kind of not focus on Manny anymore.
I am not locking it on you, Dillard. It's my channel.
But I'm drawing Rick, and everybody wants to see me draw Rick right now.
Oh my goodness.
I'm a big fan of black and white comics.
Okay, Dillard.
Which is funny. I'm a big fan of Art T. Bear too.
Yeah.
So Rick, you'd say present to everyone when I click down on Dillard?
Yeah. Present to everyone.
Okay. So it should be Dillard's.
Yeah, I can see him.
You can see him?
Yeah.
Yep, it's locked on you, John.
Yeah, there we go.
Wanted it. Oh yeah, that's looking great.
Yeah, that's looking good.
Yeah, I'll get the hang of this darn thing before you know it.
Sooner or later, you're gonna be a really good artist, man.
I will. I need to get my portfolio out and make a video of that to shut you up.
Yeah, we can all draw really good when we spend a couple of weeks on each drawing.
So how long do you think it will be before Booster gets thrown into the pros stream?
Probably about 2 weeks.
I mean, he has improved. I'll give him that from the first night.
It's not that he's improved; it's just that the competition has kind of started to peter down. It's kind of like when you go fishing, right? And you're throwing out your rod, and when you catch it, the first fish you catch is usually the biggest fish, vis-a-vis John Dillard's Gaming the System. So after that, you kind of catch the fish that get the food second and third. You know?
You're lucky I wasn't even known that very first week, John.
I think I suggested last night that we should have like an all-stars group.
Oh yeah.
Like drawn and quartered, where the winners that's gone to the pros get to compete against each other.
Yeah, we were trying to. I've been trying to. I was saying we were already thinking about that weeks ago.
Yeah.
Well, not too many weeks ago, but
no, we're discussing that the other night.
On Manny's channel.
I'm not sure I'll get to the pros anytime soon, but I'm working on it.
Same here.
Well, I didn't
My
think
thing
that
is,
Jiminy Cricket was going to get to the pros, but then I saw everybody else's drawings, and I was like, oh yeah, for sure.
yeah, well, Paulus had a good chance too, actually. If you saw his actual scan drawing, it looked a lot better.
Which one was his? Which one?
He's the one that got cut out of the stream.
Oh.
Like his phone died. And he's actually pretty good art. He's a decent artist. So, but what won me with Jiminy Cricket was the fact that he did the Doctor Who thing. I was like, I have to vote for that. And it was the Tom Baker Doctor Who, which is the best Doctor Who. So it's the one I grew up with.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just do it for fun and for practice, basically. I'm still trying to get the hang of digital art and how to control your line, because my lines are a lot rougher in digital art than they are on paper. Like I'm a lot tighter on paper.
Yeah, they came out really good. They poking around that, and then all of his lines. It looked like he spent a real fair amount of time making sure his lines tapered just right.
Dude, but what about the 3D guy, man? That was crazy.
I don't know. I don't know how hard that is. So it's hard to get impressed because I don't know how hard it is to do 3D.
Oh, I've done 3D, and
Oh, that is hard. That is very hard.
he made it sound easier than what it really is. I mean, because it sounds like that's his profession, so he probably knows tricks of the trade that I wouldn't know. But I took classes in 3D, and it wasn't easy, especially to do a person rendering people.
Man, shouldn't that heel be a bit down a bit?
Are you even worried? Who the hell's looking at a heel right now? I had to put it back on me because I'm doing a pretty good part of the body here.
I mean, at least he's showing 1 foot. That's more than what Malin
and
shows.
Is it too long?
It's true.
Thank you very much, Richard.
I like Malin though. I've been a fan of his for a long time. I actually was friends with him on Facebook long before Comicsgate ever existed. I used to like send him messages and be like, "Hey, so what do you think of this?" And it would be like a political thing, and he would like skirt the comment. But that was before like his whole like coming out on his views.
His coming out party.
Yeah, his coming out party. No, he's a cool guy. He actually gave me a lot of advice and stuff online, like before Comicsgate and all that happened. I haven't really talked to him since it because I kind of like stopped messaging him in between that time and Comicsgate, but it was like I stopped talking to him right around the time that he started doing Thunderbolts for Marvel.
Okay, well, that is looking good, John.
Blah, blah, blah. Go away then if you're not going to stay and hang around.
Okay.
Ray's asking whether you're going to draw me with 2 pairs of glasses.
I started to, but then I was like, no, that doesn't look right at all. So
yeah, that's hard to do.
Eventually, I'm going to have 1 pair again, so.
All right, now all we got to do is put in the beard, and we are good.
Yeah, all the stubble.
That's freaking great.
all your junior high stubble. There we go. That's Cross Comics right there.
Yeah, you just call me Piper.
Who's Piper?
Nice.
Well, my last name's Piper, so.
Rowdy Rick Piper right here.
Yep. It's good. I like that.
Yes, I like it.
Hey, Rick. Rick,
Yeah.
how do you get to where once somebody says something, it goes to their stuff?
Pardon?
How do you get off one person?
Just click.
You just click
Just
on the
click-
person you want.
Yeah,
No,
just click.
but I
Now,
want
if you
everybody.
clicked on the person you wanted and there's a white box around it, click on the same box again, and the white box will disappear, and it'll go back to rotating to whoever's speaking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody
Or
says
if
something.
it's still there, go to the arrow that's in the thing and go to
Okay.
instead of present to everybody, it'll be stop presenting.
Okay. So it's back to normal.
Okay. Okay, so we'll see everybody whenever.
Take it easy, Cross. Good talking.
Remember, for those that have yet to subscribe to me, go check me out and subscribe, please.
No problem. We'll do that, Cross. Thank you very much for hanging out.
No problem. Okay, God bless. Love everyone. Have a great, wonderful night, day, whatever.
Bye.
See you.
See ya.
So this is your first video, huh, Manny?
Yeah, well, it's my first live video.
Nice. Yeah, me
Yes.
and Booster have been talking about doing some live stream stuff.
So it's actually stuck on you now, John.
Nice.
So just make sure you entertain everyone, because I'm assuming you're gonna draw the best for last.
No, I saw your picture on my wife's phone. I don't have it in front of me right now, so I'm probably not going to be able to do you unless you send me a picture.
I do not look like that picture anymore.
Well, you could also just describe yourself to me. I'll do my best.
Let's put it this way. My name is Heisenberg.
Don't describe yourself to him. He's very inaccurate with my description.
Well, if he draws
I accept
Heisenberg,
it.
he pretty much got it.
I draw a Filipino Heisenberg.
I'm not Filipino.
I didn't say you were. I said I was drawing a Filipino Heisenberg.
He's Hawaiian.
Uh,
What is your nationality, Manny?
I'm American. That's my nationality. Right? We're all American, right?
That's a cheap answer.
Okay, my ancestry is Portuguese.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So if I was living in Florida,
He's essentially like a snooty Mexican.
Ooh, really?
Have you always lived in Hawaii?
Yes, I have all my life.
Do you live in Oahu?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I went there for vacation for a month, one year for Christmas.
Awesome.
Yeah, I loved it. It's one of the greatest places on earth, in my opinion.
Yes, it is.
I was very surprised at how friendly everybody was there.
Yeah, at times.
Although the one thing that annoyed me is they'd have signs for when something was open, but when you would show up, it still wouldn't be open, or they'd close like super early, because like that beach life, I guess.
Well, not on Oahu. Maybe on the other islands, they pretty much shut down.
I don't know, man. Waikiki, when I was there, every time I would go to like certain places, they'd be shutting down real super early.
Wow. Usually Waikiki is open all night long. It's crazy. The locals do not go there. We don't like that place.
Why is that? Just because of the tourists?
It's tourist crap.
Yeah. I get that. Thing I also was really impressed with is how easy it is to travel the place.
Well, I mean, you can go around the island in 3 hours.
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to go around the island, and I mean, going around the island in 3 hours is taking your time. And
how many hours?
If you want to just drive around the island, it's about 3 hours.
So, I found out like if you want to really experience a great like New Year's, Oahu's the place to be. Because at least when I was there, it was funny because they were like, every night on the news, it seemed like they were doing a bust for like fireworks and stuff, and they kept saying how nobody could shoot fireworks in the city.
Right. It's like it's supposed to be
And
legal, but you got all the
yeah,
illegal
yeah.
come in.
But dude, I felt like I was in a war zone when midnight
Ooh.
hit.
Oh yeah, you go around like East LA,
It was
and
nuts.
it's like Baghdad over there.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that's how Oahu was too. It was crazy. Like they were shooting them up in the hills. They were shooting them in the hotel, like right across from where the condo was that I was staying in. It was crazy. Like we got it just it was nuts. I'd never seen so many fireworks in my life.
Oh, there was one New Year's Eve. It was maybe about 20 years ago. There was no wind, nothing. So all the fireworks in the air, it was a thick, like a fog over the whole island.
Yeah,
Nobody could drive. I'm serious. People could not drive through it.
that's
It was
crazy.
so dense. It was
I mean,
crazy. I had friends over and they told me, I just told them, you sleeping over tonight. I'm sorry, I ain't driving in this crap.
yeah,
You gotta stay here till tomorrow. I'll drive you home tomorrow, but I ain't driving in this. Hell no. It was so nuts. But usually we have trade winds that, takes all the smoke away, so it's not too bad. But that
yeah,
one
yeah.
New Year's was crazy.
Yeah, I remember uh, when I was there. I think it was in 2008, I want to think was the year I went over there, 2007. And I was amazed at like the weather
Yeah,
because
it changes,
it
huh?
never, yeah, it changed kind of. It rained when I was there, but it didn't really rain. Like,
All right, fellas. Since we got to the topic of the weather, I'm gonna be headed out. They're yelling at me to go ahead and do this Monopoly game, so I gotta get out of here and entertain my family.
Oh man, you didn't do a Manny. Everybody's waiting for a Manny.
have fun with that.
Well, you don't want me to do your other pictures, so you send me even a blurry picture. I'll just do that.
So is Tank going to be involved in this too?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Are you just going to draw a big tank?
I suppose. I mean, we can't all be anonymous our entire lives. I mean,
Yeah.
not really that big of a deal.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
Eventually, they're gonna see what the hell we look like.
Yeah, I have my reasons.
you're actually
Okay.
Gail Simone.
I've had some people come after my family over stuff before.
Yeah, I got a gun. I'm all right. All right, I'll see you guys later.
Okay,
Take it easy, John.
thanks for coming, John.
And congratulations on your first live stream.
Well, thank you.
Glad it was a success. You had like way more people on it than I've ever had on any of my live streams at one time.
Well, it's all because of you guys brought over your people. So, I
So
understand
congratulations
that.
on that. I appreciate you having me on, and I will see you mañana.
Okay, thank you, and
See you, man.
hope you guys subscribe to John if you guys haven't done yet.
Thanks.
All right.
I'll have to try to get Booster in here one night.
Ooh, that'll be fun as hell. And Booster and Hope Raven fighting with each other.
Yeah.
Did you watch that show where she was drinking with Booster?
Yes, that was terrible.
I came
I
in
was
late.
really worried for her.
I mean, I came in late, so I had no clue what was going on. And I started reading the chat, and I'm watching her, and I'm like, oh, she's lit.
Yeah, she was pretty lit.
And she went down. Her head went down to the table. I'm like, oh, this poor girl. She's gonna feel it tomorrow.
Yeah, she did not feel good the next day. I talked to her the next day.
It was crazy. And
they're doing it again this Friday.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a thing. They're gonna be watching the next episode of Teen Titans, and hopefully Booster will get up on the stream with it because he he was supposed to be joining in, but he couldn't get it to stream right. Like he couldn't get the show to stream. So it ended up being her like describing it to him as she's
Wow.
watching it.
That's
But
funny.
the idea, I guess, is like anytime something cringy happens or something stupid or something that's like out of character happens, they're supposed to take a drink.
Yeah. So, like I said, by the time I got there, she was lit. It was
Yeah, she was.
crazy.
It didn't
But
take very long for her to get.
no, it didn't. That's why when I got into the stream, I think there was only like 15 minutes left. So
Yeah,
I had to go back the next day and watch. And she didn't start drinking to, maybe 20, 30 minutes
yeah,
into it. And it
probably.
didn't take very long for her to get to where she was. I was surprised.
Yeah, she doesn't drink much. That's why.
It's like, girl, you better not be drinking. And I don't know who
Yeah.
that one person was egging her on to keep on drinking. Well, the rest of us in the chat was telling her to stop.
You talking about Canada?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a joke.
Who is that guy?
He's a
He's one of
friend of ours in
he's one of friend of
Discord.
yours.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's
he's a
just
friend of
crazy.
ours. He's like he trolls her, but he trolls her out of love. He's one of those guys that like if he doesn't talk to you, then you know he doesn't like you.
Ah,
But if he's picking on you, like he picks on everybody.
cool. No, he
Yeah,
needs he
he's
needs
a
to
cool
come in
guy.
here and he needs to come in here and pick on me then.
He he's a very comic purist when it comes to as far as collecting and stuff. He's
Mm,
always picking on Booster because Booster buys digital comics.
I have not bought a digital comic in my life.
Um, I've never bought a digital comic, but I have Comixology Unlimited, so
Oh
I
yeah.
guess I spent $6 on digital in that
Well,
sense.
that's a subscription thing. I don't
Yeah,
consider that, buying.
yeah. Well, I mean, for $6, you get a pretty good selection of like free
Oh yeah.
stuff, so
I mean, I
it's
did have
not
the
bad.
Marvel subscription at one time, but I gave it up. It was okay.
Yeah, me and a buddy split that one time, and there was a lot of stuff on there, but I find reading digital is kind of annoying
What I find
overall.
what I find with reading digital is you don't remember as much as you do when you read a physical comic book.
I would
Even a
agree.
book. Even a book, if you read a digital versus reading a physical copy, you remember the physical copy more. You remember where the things happened in the story also. When
Oh
you
yeah,
read a
yeah,
digital one,
for
you really
sure.
don't remember as much. It's crazy how that works.
Yeah, it is weird, but
It's
you're
your hand
absolutely correct.
touching the paper, turning the page, knowing what part in the book that part of the story happened, with the thickness of the book, just that
Right.
texture, compared
Yep.
to just a tablet where you're just scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. So I did a few digital books and I said, oh, this sucks. I'm not going to go back to digital. And I just bought the books, cheap, whatever's.
Yeah. See, I found the best way to read like comicsology stuff is panel to panel.
Mm, I never
So it's
tried
kind of
that.
like, yeah, because there's an option where you can read it from panel to panel, and it
Mm,
kind of makes it a little bit more animated, like
cool.
almost in a way. And when like surprises come up, you're actually surprised because you don't see it on the page because you're reading from panel to panel. I read a book, uh, Five Ghosts, I think is what it was called. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm gonna have to check that now. It's a really good book.
What was it all
Um,
about?
so the premise is the main character, yeah, Five Ghosts. The main character can embody um, five different spirits of fictional characters.
Hmm.
So, like, if I remember correctly, he can embody the spirit of Robin Hood. Um, um, I'm trying to remember who it is. It's been a while since I read the book. It was Robin Hood and Sherlock Holmes, Dracula, I can't remember the other two right off the top of my head for some reason. But essentially he's kind of like this treasure hunter type guy. And there's like it's kind of hard to describe because there's a lot more going on than just him being a treasure hunter. There's a reason why he's hunting specific treasures that he's hunting. But the art is pretty good art. Let me see who the writer of that book was.
Okay, so those in the chat, as you guys notice, coloring digitally takes a long time.
That's for sure.
It's not the funnest thing to watch, but hopefully you guys get a little gist of what's going on. Pretty much every single color that I'm putting on the screen is actually a different layer. That way, if I do screw up, I can always just get rid of that one layer. So right now I'm going to work on the eyes. Give her some eyeshadow. So usually for my eyeshadow, I usually put some blues in there. So very lightly, I'll just put in the blues. You guys are gonna look kind of off when I first put it on there, but then I'm gonna go back in there and kind of blend it in, lighten it up. Just a hint of it. It's not gonna be very much. As you guys see, that's about it. Very little, just to give a little hint of it. And what I don't like, I'll just go back in there with my blending tool and just blend a little bit of that blues out. So you can hardly see it.
Yeah, it's looking good.
I mean, that's all you do is just go in there, blend the edges a little bit. And that's good enough. I don't think I want to go any darker than that. If you guys notice in the shadows, I have purples. You don't just want to put blacks and grays. You want to put some color in there.
What do you use program-wise?
So the program that I'm using is Clip Studio.
Yeah,
I've
heard a lot of people talk about that program.
I've got Photoshop. I use my Photoshop to do my videos, but for my drawing and inking and doing my colors, I like Clip Studio. It has all the shortcuts. It does everything what that Photoshop does, but Photoshop, to me, since I wasn't that great at doing it, seemed like there was extra steps I had to do. With Clip Studio, it's made for people that are doing comic books. So you got all these shortcuts. They're so great. I love this program.
Heard on Malin's stream him saying the same thing pretty much.
Yeah, it's like,
how much does that cost?
It's cheap. It's super cheap.
Really?
I mean, usually during Christmas time, Amazon has a sale. I think I picked up mine for like $60. Yeah,
that's not bad.
It's a great program.
Yeah, the thing I don't like about Adobe now is the fact that they've gone to the subscription.
Yes, that's the only bad part, is it's a subscription. It's $10 a month, so it does add up real fast.
Yeah, see, I have Adobe, like the whole entire suite, but it's like CS4, so it's a little old. But I got it as a student when I was going to school for graphic design.
So I'm going to show you guys what I do now is I take away the black, take away the inks. I go back to my master color, which is this. This is the flats that I did earlier. And what I'll do is I'm going to pick now the body. So I'll just pick all the dark blues. So I pick all that. That's what I'm going to color next. And I'll go back to my color screen. That's our body. I don't want to paint on the body. I'm actually going to make another layer, and then I'll put my black layer back on there. And now I get to paint my body.
Nice.
Yeah.
So have you actually got pages done now?
Yes, I do have one page I can show everybody out there. And let me see where that page is. Okay. First of all, let me hide this.
Does that program have like automatic save on it, or do you have to keep saving?
You gotta keep on saving.
That's one thing I always liked about Photoshop. You get that automatic save stuff.
So let me take that off. Okay. So I just click that off, and this is the very first page of the Skunk Girl.
Okay.
It's a splash page, so it kind of right off the bat tells you what she's all about.
Yeah, that's cool. That looks good.
So what happened?
How long did that take you to do?
That took me the other night. I did that in one night. I was actually on Cross Comics when I did this. So you got to see me start from the beginning to the end.
Nice, nice.
That is, I'm trying to find the other. Okay, so.
Yeah, she's looking real cute. She's a cute character. I might have to give her a draw.
I mean, I am open to anybody who wants to send me some fan art. I'm making a fan art page for it.
Nice.
I have 2 fan arts already, so I'll take on anyone who wants to bring me some fan art for my page.
Yeah, that vault looks really good.
Thank you. So this was the, where did it go?
It's the original black and white.
Yeah, this is the original black and white. That's what I did about 3 weeks ago. And I was looking at it and I'm like, yeah, it's a good start, but it just wasn't doing anything for me. You know, it's okay, but it just wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
That's why I started from scratch. And that's the main thing too, is when you're doing something, and I want to make sure that very first page just stands out. So that's why I redid this page, and I'm like, I'm so much happier with this page.
No, you should be. That's much better page.
Oh yeah, I mean,
better composition.
It tells you exactly what she's all about. I mean, I don't even have to put a word on this, and you guys already know, she's a bad girl. You know, I mean, she's robbing a bank.
Well, I mean, I can see where just drawing like on a nightly basis, like you have been, is helping you improve even.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially if I'm going to concentrate more on just drawing her. I mean, every time I do it, it gets better and better and better. So it's going to take me a while to get this book done. But when I do get it done, I want to make sure that it stands out from. I mean, it's on par with everything else out there.
Yeah,
I don't want to make a subpar offering to everyone. I want to make sure that my first offering out there is, holy smokes, where the hell is this guy?
Yeah.
Why is this guy not working at Marvel? Why is this guy not working at DC? I mean, that's the statement I want to make. I don't want to make a statement of, oh yeah, he looks like he should be an indie comic book guy. No, I don't want to be that. I want to be, just as good as those other guys. So that's why I'm going to take my time, make sure I do it right.
Yeah, it's a good thing. It's a good attitude to have.
Well,
that's one of the reasons why I don't show my stuff much, because only till recently, because I'm like very, very picky and very like, I never feel like anything's done.
Well,
it's one of my problems. I'm way too.
What you got to remember too is, like you said, you're going to improve every single week. I mean, I just showed you guys what I did 3 weeks ago compared to what I did 2 nights ago. So you're always going to improve. So even what I showed you guys, what I did two nights ago, can you imagine 2 months from now when I'm finishing up the book and you guys are going to be wondering why some of these pages look better than the one that Manny started with. But you just got to realize that you're always improving. The artwork will always improve. So you can't really go back sometimes. I mean, you can go back and rework a little bit, but you can't go back and just redraw it all over again. You got to accept that this is what you put out there two months ago. It's not perfect, but the next book will be better. And it's
See,
hard sometimes to do that.
me personally, I've always been kind of well, Image Comics is what got me into comics, so I've always been kind of an indie guy, or
Mhm.
outside of the big two. I've only become a DC fan like more recently of their stuff, and I was of course like a Marvel guy too at one point. Like Marvel's lost me now. Like I can't do it anymore. Just on principle alone, I can't buy Marvel books anymore. And DC is pretty darn close with me on that too now.
Well,
But
they did it to their own fault.
yeah,
Their
see
story.
now Image, I there's a lot of like stuff I don't like, but then there's a lot of stuff I do like at Image, so it's kind of because you expect a lot of the stuff that happens at Image to happen because it's Image. It's not, you know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
indie books and stuff have always kind of been weird, and there's always been kind of that SJW quote unquote vibe about them a lot of times. It hasn't been as strong in the mainstream comics, but till recently. But so like I'm very um like various art styles. I get into various art styles, not just one particular style. But I also think like there are styles that are inferior to other styles, even if I like them or not.
Well, I mean, like some of the stuff that's on Marvel, I know which ones you're talking about are inferior.
Right,
They are, the way I look at it, they are inferior to superhero books. If
right,
they were social justice, whatever's, I mean, some other different topic, maybe they would work, but you don't put those kind of drawings in a superhero book. I mean,
right.
if you're superhero books, let's be honest, what are superhero books made for? They're made for young teenage boys that can't get laid. Sorry, but that's the truth.
It's
Okay,
true.
that's true. That's where you get in. That's where your interest gets into superhero books.
Yeah,
That's what it
that
starts off at. In high
yeah.
school, you got nobody else. You're not going out. Let's go buy a superhero book. And
I
what
would say
do?
even junior high.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's when I got into it, junior high.
Hmm.
And of course, your hormones are going. And what do you want to see? You want to see guys with big muscles, jacked
Hmm.
to the max, and women with nice bodies. Sorry,
Yep,
people, but that's the truth.
it is
You don't
true.
like it? Too bad. That's the truth. And you guys know that. So when Marvel comes out with a Squirrel Girl with chunky ass legs and buck teeth, it ain't going to work. Sorry, it's not going to work.
No, they.
And when you
I,
got Iceman kissing Peter Parker or Peter Parker fooling around with Johnny Storm, it's not going to work.
yeah.
It's just not going to work. And you can
Overall,
try to force feed it to the public, but it's not going to work.
yeah,
No,
yeah,
you got a character like I got on the screen. I wonder if young teenage boys are gonna like this character. Compare this
yeah,
to Squirrel Girl. I think I know who's gonna win, and everybody in the chat knows who's gonna win. It's
yeah.
just biology. That's all it is.
I mean,
I
that's
mean,
that's a. I mean, like I said, my first comic was given to me by my neighbor, and it was his son's comics, and like
mhm.
he gave me like a box of them, and they were like old Marvel Avengers, X-Men, Spider-Man, that type of stuff. But my parents were strongly against comic books at the time, so like I hid them, because I was like, I think I was like 8, maybe 9, and I would read them like up in the woods because I had like lived out in the country,
Mhm.
and my mom eventually found them and threw them all out. So,
You want to hear a
but
sick story? My brother was collecting comics before me. My brother is 8 years older than me. My brother had X-Men #1, the very original X-Men #1. He had Fantastic Four, all the early issues. He had a lot of Spider-Man, all the early issues. They were all burnt and thrown away.
Oh gosh, yeah, that is sick.
Yeah.
But it
So,
wasn't till like I was 12, and I've always like somebody asked me the question like, how long have I drawn? I've drawn ever since I could pick up a pencil.
oh yeah. I
So,
mean,
um, image was like the new thing, the big thing on the block, pretty much. And there had actually been a comic book store that opened up in my town because I'm from a really small town. And they were having like a contest. Image was having a contest, and my parents were like, "Oh, you should enter the contest." So I was like, "Well, if I'm gonna enter the contest, like I gotta have material. Like I can't draw something I don't know what they're talking about." So they took me to the comic book shop, and I bought like a couple comics. I think one of them was Brigade, and maybe some Young Blood and some Wildcats, I believe. And from that point on, man, it's been an on and off relationship with buying them. But because when I went to college, I quit buying comics for a while. Not because I was out of them, but just because there was no place for me to get them that I knew of in my area.
well, I was
But
also off and on in comics. I, I mean, I was a big fan for like 20 years, and I went away for 10 years, and I came back, and I went away, came back, went away. So, I think the last time that I was really reading comics was the Winter Soldier.
okay,
Yeah, so after that storyline, I kind of lost interest in comics. And then I came back for the Captain America #1. He became a Hydra agent. And I'm like, seriously, you're killing Captain America here, Marvel.
yeah,
What's wrong with you? I mean, are you guys that anti-American? Seriously?
yeah. The funny thing is, like, a lot of guys I know in real life that are, like probably would be anti-Comicsgate because of the media and the way they portray it.
Mm,
They would agree with a lot of the viewpoints of Comicsgate
yeah,
people.
Comicsgate. We there was more diversity in comics back when I was reading in high school than it is now. That's for
Dude,
sure.
there was
Yeah,
more diversity back in the 90s for sure.
yeah. I was reading the '80s, and I was okay with Storm being the leader of the X-Men.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
wrong with me?
Well,
Oh
that
my
was a good
God,
run.
what the hell is wrong with me? It's like the Morlock stories and stuff is like,
Oh, yeah, that
I
was
mean,
some good stuff.
going to
Cochrane.
Australia. Come on, what the hell? What's wrong with you people? You know,
Yeah.
even Justice League was totally diverse. My
Oh, yeah.
goodness.
Yeah. I
So
mean, even something like you had Teen Titans. That was a pretty diverse book, pretty forward thinking for its time.
when I was reading comics, one of my favorite comics, I used to wait for this to come out. I thought it was one of the greatest comic books out there was Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Oh my
Oh,
goodness, I
yeah.
loved reading that. I'm
Hmm.
not supposed to like that. I'm a white boy. What's wrong with me? That was one of my
Right.
favorite comic books. Power Man and Iron Fist. I used to look forward to that book coming out.
Yeah, they used to be good.
Yeah, that's when comics are awesome. And then one of my favorite characters is the Black Panther. I thought his costume was so sleek. I just love that character from the first time I read it. So
Well, I mean, like the idea that diversity is a new thing to comics is just it's a joke. I
it's a
mean,
joke. It's a total joke. There was
I,
a lot
I,
more diversity back in the '80s than there is now.
well, I can think back to the Image days, and there was a lot of diversity in those books
Oh
too.
yeah, you had Chapel.
Yeah,
I mean,
Spawn himself was a
and who's
black
that
man.
other? There was that other black character in the other
Um,
Young Blood. Oh, I know he had a red suit. It was kind of like an Iron Man.
Sentinel.
Sentinel, yeah.
Yeah,
Come on, people.
Not only that, but Shadowhawk was a black
Yep.
guy.
First superhero with AIDS.
Yep. Hmm.
And I have all those issues.
I have almost all that run, but I don't have all of it. I'm missing a few.
And I've got the
I have the
toys that
first
go
like
with it.
40 of Savage Dragons.
Mm.
That used to be a good book.
Oh yeah, it was. And it was a consistent book. That was the great thing about Eric Larson at the time. Him and Todd McFarlane was smart. They were consistent. They made sure their books came out every month.
Yeah.
You know, if they couldn't do it, they hired somebody to make sure their books came out.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why they survived, while other guys were just not. I mean, they were not very good businessmen, but they were smart.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that's how you do it. I mean, Dale Keown with Pitt. I mean, it was great, but you had to wait 4 months for an issue to come out.
Jeez, he used to drive me nuts. Used to drive me crazy.
It's like, come
that
on,
guy
it's like
took forever.
I know it's the coolest book looking out there, and oh, it's delayed again this month. It's delayed again. It's delayed again. Come on.
Yeah.
People are gonna lose interest in your book.
Yeah, that guy was such a phenomenal artist.
Oh yeah.
And such a wasted phenomenal artist in a way.
I mean, he could have been so big. You know, I mean, he's big, but he could have been even huge. I mean,
yeah, but what's he do? I think he's done like some covers in recent years, but he's not really. He dropped out. Like that's like Wilt's to. I can never pronounce this guy's name right.
Wilkes P. That's all.
Yeah.
Pistachio nut. That's the way I look at it.
I have his entire run of Wetworks. It was one of my favorite books at that time.
Oh, that was awesome too. The Wetworks.
Yeah, but he kind of just like I follow him on the internet. Like I follow him on Instagram and Twitter, I think both. But he just kind of. I know he had like some personal issues, and then he taught like comic art in Philippines. And then just recently he did some covers for DC and stuff, but he pretty much like, kind of disappeared. Mark Silvestri was another guy I really liked. I have most of Cyberforce in all versions.
I spent a lot of money on Image when it came out.
Yeah, me too. I have a lot of Wildcats.
I spent a lot of money on comics in general back in the day.
Yeah.
But I don't anymore.
Yeah, same here.
It's funny because now I can afford the comics and I don't care about buying them. Back then I couldn't afford them and I used to buy them. Something's wrong with that picture there.
Yeah, and like for me, for a while, I was like, have I just grown out of comics? Like, but then I started finding these communities, and before I got into DNC's like Facebook group, I actually was watching his videos, but actually one of the first guys to start pointing out some of the stuff was this guy called Howler Mouse. And I was linked from his videos to Captain Cummings, and from Captain Cummings I went to DNC.
How did you get into Comicscape? Like Captain Cummings and stuff? I mean, what brought you to watching the Comicscape videos?
It was really DNC. Like I watched some Captain Cummings videos, and it was like a suggestion for DNC, and I'm like, well, let's check this guy out.
I don't know how I stumbled.
And I really just followed him for the most part.
See, I stumbled upon.
I didn't even start watching Ethan till I was involved in the DNC group.
See, what I was doing, I was getting ready for Comic-Con, and so what I was doing, I was going on YouTube and just looking at other people that are in Artist Alley and seeing how they set up their tables. And it so happened I came across a DNC video about that Italian artist with the controversy with the Spider-Woman.
Oh yeah, Monero.
Yeah,
Hey,
whenever.
listen, I
So,
gotta go. My baby's up, so I gotta
oh
go
yeah,
take care of her. So
go for it. And I bet
I'll
it's late
talk
for
to you
you.
later, man.
Great talking to you, Adrian. Is there any place where people can get you?
Not yet, but
Not
I'll
yet.
let people know eventually. I'll talk to
All
you later,
right,
man.
cool.
Bye.
All right, chat. So it's just you and me. So if you guys don't chat with me, I'll just be drawing for another maybe an hour. It might be just or half an hour. I'll just try to do some of the whites in her hair, in her costume. Like I said, I mean it's not the it's like watching paint dry. So that's why if you guys watch my speed videos, it looks so exciting, but unfortunately those speed videos take a long time to make. It is what it is. So what I'm using is Clip Studio Paint, and I capture my flats, and I've captured all the whites. So now I'm gonna just go in there and give it some life to it. Hey Tank, if you want to come in, Tank, you can come in. You got the link? Are you finished moving, Tank? Thanks, Tank. Like I said, you got the link. If you need the link, if you want to come in, you're free to join me anytime. Tank is a fantastic artist. Hopefully, you guys have been following Tank and seen his Skeletor that he did last week. Awesome. Tank says he's taking a quick break. That's cool. I think all the talkative guys went out of the stream. And why is this not showing up? All right. So let's go in here, and if you guys notice, I don't put very heavy difference in color yet. Just slowly build it up. We don't want to go too dark on the first pass. I'll just keep it kind of simple by the body, give it just a little bit of shade to it, nothing drastic. Then almost I could go a little bit darker and darken it up some more. Just darken up the fur.
Hey, Manny.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, man. Can you hear me okay? I'm on my headphones. My
Yes,
other, like,
I can hear you perfectly.
oh, groovy, groovy.
Awesome.
These are old Apple headphones.
Hey, whatever works.
Oh, actually, I kind of hunt them down whenever I can. The ones from about 2010. It was a particularly good model. I don't know why they discontinued it. They were perfectly functional,
Mm-hmm.
and the mic is good. So,
You sound good.
dude, that Squirrel Girl is, oh, sorry, Skunk Girl is just awesome.
Thank you. And I mean, I'm doing it kind of fast here. Most likely tomorrow night. What I'll do when I color these skunk girls, I'll do it one night and then I'll put it on the side for like 2 or 3 days. Then I'll go back and see all the mistakes. I mean, when you're doing it, you're just so into doing it that you don't see the mistakes right off the bat. So
Oh,
I'll tweak it.
absolutely.
I'll tweak it a little bit a couple days from now. Just like my skunk girl, the original cover that I made, I did that in I think 2 nights. So I wouldn't say it was a rush job, but it was done in 2 nights. And then like a
Yeah.
couple of days ago, I went back and I redid the face, the whole face. I redid. And I redid the shoulders. I redid the breasts. I mean, I redid the legs. You know, and that's what you got to do. You just don't do it on one night.
Yeah, I do that. I work a little bit on a piece of art, then I'll set it down, and then I'll come back to it.
Oh yeah.
Because especially if I think I'm done with it.
Mm-hmm.
If I think I'm done with it, like Skeletor, I actually put him. I hung him up on my wall upside down. It's an old artist trick. If you
Yes.
ever want to see what's wrong with your art, hang it upside down and look at it. It'll all
Right.
become obvious.
Yep.
You never unsee it.
And that's what these the digital guys do a lot. I don't do it. I should start doing it more. What they usually do is they flip their canvas, backwards, and all the mistakes show up. It becomes obvious, like you said.
I have an 8-point whitetail, 8-point buck, whitetail deer walking through my front yard, like maybe 15 feet from me. All
Is it
right.
is it deer season?
Well, I don't know if it's deer season. We just have a lot of deer
Oh,
up there. In Astoria, there's kind of like city deer.
okay.
They're semi-domesticated. They're kind of chill. Just kind of like, hey, yeah, what's up? Come in the yard, prune things for you.
I went to Yorktown about 2 years ago. So we're driving around historic Yorktown, and then we're just driving, and it's all covered, of course. It's all foresty, and we're looking. It's like, holy smokes, there's deer like about 5 feet away from us.
Uh-huh.
and,
Yeah.
and they're just chilling. They're not even moving. I'm like, wow, these deer are kind of tame compared to what I mean. I always hear the stories of people going out hunting deer and they're so skittish. And these are just looking at us like, what are you looking at? I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
there's deer. Cool.
I got a mama, and she likes to bring her little youngins by,
Cool.
especially during the summer because I have a wall of blackberry thicket that I maintain for the kids.
Okay.
Yeah, so that way they get sick of berries every summer. It's one of the good things. It's like good, good, happy childhood memory achieved. I ate berries every summer till I was sick of them. Oh, my
Yeah.
1.5-year-old, when she gets done eating a bunch of blackberries, we start counting the cats. It looks brutal.
You count the cats. Why?
Oh, because it looks like she ate one of them.
Oh, okay.
It looks like something like out of like Stan Winston special effect of just gore.
That's hilarious. Oh man, got a
And I take
vampire
her berry
kid.
picking. I have a bucket of cold water already set up for when I get back in, because those baby clothes are coming off. They're going in the cold water immediately. Otherwise, Mama's not going to be too happy with me. I got stains on the baby's clothes again. And
Stains. But it's
yeah.
supposed to be red, honey.
Right?
Pay extra for that. Come on, it's designer. Oh man. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just got the kids down to bed.
Wow.
Even the rambunctious ones. I have a
Cool.
couple of my kids are special needs, so it's takes an understanding hand sometimes, especially when young bodies are cranky
uh,
and tired and in protest of bedtime. I'm like, yeah, dude, I used to do this. I used to do that same thing, man. Sorry.
Well, I couldn't get away with it with my father, that's for sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
I couldn't get away with it with my dad either. They don't get away with it with me. I don't come down so hard like a hammer.
Um,
It is. They do know that it's a losing match. But my 7-year-old, he's moderately autistic, so sometimes I have to do a circular logic as to why it's okay for bedtime to exist, and why it's not time to play or go looking for the missing item.
Oh,
Because he's definitely special. I mean,
yeah.
the other day he decided he wanted to make a snack, and his older brother, who's been learning kitchen safety and stuff like that, because I like to cook.
Hmm.
So his older brother now has permission to he's now has permission to use the microwave for certain recipes, and
Okay.
he's sticking to it. You know, he understands that everything I've been teaching him leads to another thing that's going to be learned.
Hmm.
So he's way into the program. So he likes his favorite thing, make hot dogs or, make a cup of noodles or something like that with the microwavable ones. Can't do that with the styrofoam ones. Well, what we had on hand were the styrofoam ones. And so my 7-year-old, autistic, put the styrofoam cup in the microwave, no water, and let that time fly. And yeah, needless to say, there was a kitchen fire. It was not severe, but the cup of noodles was on fire.
Uh-huh.
And so he puts on some oven mitts because, safety first. Grabs the flaming cup of noodles and tosses it in the trash.
Mm. You must have.
Mama, you can call me Lionel because Mama was Chitara on the scene. She just bamf, smell of brimstone and styrofoam.
Oh.
Oh man. But he gives us those little things to keep us on our edge.
Awesome.
Keep us from getting dull in our
Yeah.
old age. Keep
Oh
us on our
my
toes.
goodness. I bet. Yeah. I mean, I don't even, my son did that a couple weeks ago. He was using a microwave. He left the fork in the plate.
Ooh.
And the funny part is it didn't arc. So and then finally opened up the microwave and I'm like, there's a fork on my plate. Oh my God, what the hell is going on here? Usually
Oh,
those
you're
things
lucky.
arc. Yeah, I'm like so lucky that it didn't arc. I was like, oh my goodness. He was very
Forks are the
apologetic.
worst.
Yeah. I
A
mean,
spoon is actually as long as it doesn't have fancy edges on it.
mhm.
A spoon's actually relatively safe to put in the microwave by accident. But forks are the worst.
It didn't arc. I was shocked. I was like, what the hell?
You're lucky.
Yeah, I know. It was like, because there was nothing. So it was just like a normal, oh, the microwave's working fine. My food is getting warmed up because I, for, I forgot what it was. I just told him to go warm up my food and he just didn't notice the fork on the plate. So it was just crazy.
Hold on. I will be right back.
Oh,
I
take
am
your
just
time.
going to go poke my head in real fast and see the status of children going to sleep. They're quiet, and I
Ooh,
hope that's a good thing.
I hope so too.
All right, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, so everybody gets to see me do happy clouds. Well, not clouds, they're more like Skunk Girl's odor. That's why it's nice and green. It's a little bit of blending of colors. It's a background, so I don't want the background to take away from the pinup. Just a little bit of clouds in the background. I mean, that could be like some other artists that just go get a smoke background and overlay it, but that's cheating. I don't want to do that. Might as well make my own background. It's not that hard. And like I said, it don't have to be perfect. It's a background. Of course, you want the background just to recede. We don't want it to overpower your foregrounds. And what I can do is go to another layer in front of Skunk Girl and give some more little bit of mist, little odor or odor trail. If you guys are wondering why the title said Skunk Girl SJWs and Topless Men, I wasn't going to do this Skunk Girl. Unfortunately, I started this Skunk Girl on Cross Comics. And when I was on Cross Comics, the guys in the chat said they wanted to come over here and see me color this drawing. So that's why I'm doing the color. I really was going to do this other thing for you guys tonight. Where is it? I was going to do this thing tonight, which you do have the Social Justice Warriors, the SJWs, is on the stream. And you do have two men that are topless. You have Atlas in the middle, and you have this other character called Stuntman. And don't laugh at my names. Those names were created by an 11-year-old boy many years ago. So that's why the names are kind of funny, but I haven't thought of what I'm gonna rename them. But that's, to me, there'll always be those old names that I gave them back in the day. So this is like it's gonna be a 2-page double splash. Kind of introduces the SJWs, the Super Justice Wardens. They will be the villains in the story for Skunk Girl. So I don't want to give too much away, but the stuntman is coming into the I guess it will be like a Hall of Justice or Avengers Mansion kind of deal. That he's coming into there after he had confronted Skunk Girl, and he's just coming out of his tomato shower. So that kind of explains why he had to take a shower. He did confront Skunk Girl, and she sprayed him. So now he's got to come to the SJWs, and they're going to talk about it and ridicule him, and they're going to go after Skunk Girl. All of these men and 2 women. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 SJWs against 1 poor little Skunk Girl. Who's going to come out on top on that? You guys going to have to tune in. I'm sure I'm not going to give it away. It's going to be in the book, but that is who she's going to go up against. And like I said, I mean, the SJWs, that's not the original name for this group. Like I said, way back when I was a little kid, I actually called this group the Sentinels. Of course, I can't use that name because there's the Sentinels of Justice, and of course, Marvel has their Sentinels. So that's why I changed their names to the SJWs, the Super Justice Wardens. So, and they're a diverse kind of group. I mean, we got Greek gods, we got speedsters, we got a woman here that's a telepath. We have a woman that has electrical powers. We have a Iron Man kind of guy with hydraulic powers. So it'll be interesting how Skunk Girl takes them on. I'm sure that you guys will be pleasantly surprised how she fights them. And this the ending to the story will shock people. That's for sure. And I guarantee you, I will be hated by the SJWs of the world for the last line in the book. Well, not the last line, but one of the last lines. I am not going to give that away. And it will be a one-shot comic book for now. I mean, as all creators, they have that little opening that Skunk Girl may return after that one shot. It all depends on what kind of how you the comic community accepts Skunk Girl. If there's a clamoring for another one shot, guaranteed I'll work on it for you. And if you guys are wondering, yes, I am Comic Skate all the way. I kind of branded myself Comic Skate right off the bat by putting that one of my videos. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, on my channel, Good Dog Press, there's a video of me doing a Comic Skate Alliance poster, which I did about a month ago. So if that's not putting my neck out there saying I'm Comic Skate, I mean, I don't know what else I could say. And I do have a Jawbreakers Zashi pinup that I did. That was the first video I put up on YouTube. So I have two, Comic Skate videos out there for you guys to enjoy. And of course, I have my two Skunk Girl videos. And I'm working on more Skunk Girl videos, so stay tuned for that. I've started to draw them. I just haven't animated them yet. I'll just give you guys a little hint. Just think of Street Fighter. And who do you think Skunk Girl should be fighting? And it will go 3 rounds.
Hey, man.
Hey,
I have
how you
to
doing?
cut and run, dude. So sorry.
Oh, no problem.
I'm still on domestic, so I'll talk to you later.
No problem.
Bye, folks.
I'm gonna be ending this shortly too.
All right. Well, you have yourself a great one.
I mean, I've only been talking since, 5 hours now. Being on cross. I mean, I was on cross for 3 hours and now I'm over here. So yeah. So
yeah.
Shortly.
Well, aloha, friend.
Thank you so much, Tank. And that was the great Tank Ferret. You guys go subscribe to his channel also. Subscribe to John Diller's channel and Cross Comics. And as you guys can hear, my voice is going. Like I said, I've been on here since around 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. Around 4 o'clock, I went on Cross's channel. It's not too bad if I have another person to talk with, but when you start talking by yourself, it gets to you. But I do want to thank all of you for being here on my inaugural, live stream. I hope you guys return. Like I said, I mean, I'm Manny of Good Dog Press. And if you don't see me here, you'll see me on Cross Comics or John Dillard's channel. You can go see all the videos I have up there. And I hope you guys will return. And hopefully my voice can heal. So the next time I do return, I can talk to you guys more. All right. So good night, everyone. And aloha.